Welcome back. It's been a long-standing debate in India whether or not to allow Islamic banking. Currently, the rules don't allow it, but now the National Commission for Minorities has stepped in, asking the government to reconsider. Critics say it's a bad idea because it goes against India's secular fabric. Here's the debate.
Should India allow Islamic banking? The controversial proposal has been backed by the National Commission for Minorities, which has asked the Finance Ministry to consider this interest-free form of banking. Last year, when the Kerala government allowed a non-banking finance company based on Islamic principles, it was challenged in court as contrary to secular principles. But the Kerala High Court dismissed the petition. So what is Islamic banking? It is based on the principles of Islamic law and guided by Islamic economics. Two basic principles are the sharing of profit and loss. There's no collection or payment of interest. It is not permitted under Islam. Islamic banking is practiced in some 50 countries. While most are Muslim countries, there are exceptions such as the UK, Hong Kong and Singapore. But is India ready for it? Opinion is sharply divided.
It is in the interest of a certain section of the Muslim community who have made the remark, but we see it as something which is an option not only for Muslims but for others also. And we do know that there are people from the larger community who have spoken out in favor of this form of banking, notably Dr. M.S. Swaminathan, the father of our Green Revolution. So we are simply examining.
तो ये मोबिलाइजेशन इस तरह से अगर इस्लामिक बैंक खोला जाए तो कितने लोग, कितने अरबों करोड़ों रुपया लोग हैं जो इसमें इन्वेस्ट करेंगे, उसमें लगाएंगे, जो कि इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर में इस्तेमाल किया जा सकता है.
I think we have to get back to the secular principle of one law for everybody, and instead of getting back to that, we are having a new banking system which is called Islamic bank. And then somebody will say, no, I want a Hindu bank, and this is going to cause a tremendous chaos.
The global economy is currently in the grip of a severe crisis with calls for innovative and out-of-the-box solutions. And now with even the Finance Ministry asking RBI to take a fresh look at demands for the introduction of Islamic banking in India, the question many are asking is whether Islamic banking is an idea whose time has come. With Mahima Bararia, in New Delhi, Neha Khanna for NDTV.
So will Islamic banking in India really open up a Pandora's box? Do tell us what you think. We've got the two principal players in all this joining us tonight. We have Wajahat Habibullah, the chairman of the National Commission for Minorities, Dr. Subramaniam Swamy, the president of the Janata Party. You saw both of them in the story there, giving their views very clearly. Senior lawyer Zafaryab Jilani joins us tonight from Lucknow, and Mr. N. Ram, the director of The Hindu, is also with us tonight from Chennai. Let me ask Mr. Wajahat Habibullah first. Why are you so keen? And you explain some of the reasons for this interest-free banking in India. You've heard the concerns that have been raised by Dr. Swamy, who's sitting next to you. What would you say to him about those concerns?
I would agree entirely with Dr. Swamy. The concept of Islamic banking, Hindu banking, Christian banking, even the Commission does not stand for this. But then we do not have to resist a form of banking because it will also benefit a certain section of the community. And as I mentioned earlier in my talk with Neha, which was shown, we are not really advocating the idea of Islamic banking or not advocating the idea of Islamic banking. We just asked for an examination of the proposal on the basis of certain applications and other things that have been received by us. It's in that context only the matter has arisen. There are two options really here. One is a question of introducing interest-free banking as an option. Those who wish to, there are different ways of banking. There's savings bank, there's current account, there's fixed deposits. There are various ways of banking. So this could also be an option. This has also been supported by, this was a committee set up, the high-level committee on financial sector reforms, which was set up by the Planning Commission some years ago, 2007, which was headed by Sri Raghuram Rajan, and they had recommended that this is an idea that should be thought of. We are trying to keep it away from
Are you trying to keep it away from labels? That's what you're saying?
I'm trying to keep it away from any religious connotation. We mentioned that also.
Because it's something that you're saying that others can benefit from as well.
Yes, and others can benefit, and really it's whether others benefit or don't benefit is not really for us to judge. We are not a financial institution.
Dr. Subramaniam Swamy, should we be looking at this through a religious prism at all?
Well, if you, first of all, your correspondent Neha Khanna got it wrong. The petition was filed by me And since the Reserve Bank and the Finance Ministry filed affidavits to say there's no question of allowing Islamic Bank in India, the court said that your petition is now not anymore necessary. That's what had happened.
In court, in Kerala last year.
And if indeed my petition was dismissed, there's no need for now the Finance Ministry to ask the RBI to take a second look. So she's got her facts wrong. The second thing is that the Kerala State Industrial Development Corporation proposed a setting up of what they call as the Islamic Bank. And the main feature of an Islamic Bank is the loans are given interest free and your deposits are kept interest free. Second is that there are certain Sharia compliant principles they have to follow. It is there in the terms of reference. If you have to see, it is in my petition. One of them is that you will not give loans to those butcher shops which don't create meat by the halal process. Then beauty parlors will not be given. So there are a number of restrictions that were placed on the extended loan. But my fundamental objection is that besides the fact that it's not a question of changing rules, the Act, Reserve Bank of India Act and the Banking Regulation Services Act both prohibit, in effect, by their sections, setting up an Islamic bank. So there has to be an act of parliament. But my fundamental objection is that this concept of interest-free banking is a fraud, because how does a bank make money if it doesn't charge interest?
You actually said it's like having boiled ice cream. It can't happen.
Exactly. How does a bank make money if it doesn't charge interest? So what they have done is, you don't charge interest, but if you want to buy a house, they won't give you a loan. You have to tell them which house you want to buy. They will buy it for you and put a markup and give it to you. So they are earning, in a sense,
in a roundabout way.
In a roundabout way. Now, I think we should have only one system of banking. It's going to be a dangerous thing if we start allowing
it based on religion.
Different banking.
Do you have the NDTV Profit app? All the markets, all the news and your own homemade, ready-made portfolio available there for you.
We will right now answer what you should sell, what you should buy when markets are down.
Download it at ndtvprofit.com/apps. Get the best app from the channel you trust.